there, and welcome to the Midwest Basement, where we celebrate Midwest taste in a classic Midwest environment. I've got that sweet, sweet summer feeling, and I am so excited to be back in my happy place. No, not the Midwest Basement. Outside in the summer sunshine, doing all my favorite summer activities. And as such, this month I've tried to pair up our alcohol choices with choice summer activities. So let's get into it with our beer. I bet you thought I would go light, crisp, and clean this month, given how hot and humid it tends to be here in the Midwest in the summer. And you'd be semi-right, but one of my favorite activities is to sit around the campfire with family and friends. And this beer is perfect for that, because although it is crisp and that bitter type of refreshing, it is also over 8%. So it is a perfect nightcap beer and will definitely get you lubricated for shooting the shit well into the dark hours of the summer nights. That's all to say, we are drinking Magic Dragon by Haus Brewing Company. This is a double IPA that clocks in at 8.2% ABV. This is one of Haus's year-round brews, so you'll be able to find it past summer, and is actually, I think, one of their OG brews as well, which is pretty cool. It's made with 3 pounds of hops per barrel, which is pretty amazing, and there is no denying that this comes through in the flavor. It is full of citrus and that dank, deep, rye-like hop flavor. Visually, it has just the slightest bit of haze, but that really doesn't come through in the flavor profile. I'd say this almost comes into hop bomb territory, but doesn't quite reach that level. So we're talking maybe hop fireworks here. Haus Brewing Company was started in Verona, Wisconsin, and opened in 2015 to wild success, as the founders put it. They are a couple that were living in Colorado at the time, but grew up in Verona and Fitchburg and met at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Badger love. They opened a second, larger location in Fitchburg on September 1st of 2020. And even though it was smack dab right in the middle of the pandemic, their beautiful open air capabilities, large porch, huge fenced-in grassy area for pups, and many, many outdoor fireplaces kept them open and able to serve the community during that time. So let's give her a crack, shall we? Oh, nice crack. That is a beautiful beer. Cheers. Now this is a secret I don't tell many people. I'm not a huge fan of double IPAs. Usually when I reach for an IPA, I want it to be hoppy, but light enough that I could drink two. However, to me, this beer is a great blend of that citrus hop IPA flavor while still having that deep alcohol-y undertone. This is a great summer night beer for sitting around that campfire. Cheers. Let's move on to some wine though, folks, shall we? Now, there is nothing more summery than a picnic, and there is nothing more picnicky than white wine. This month, we're drinking the St. Pepin by Balanced Rock Winery. This is a hyper-local bottle, folks, because not only is Balanced Rock Winery located in Wisconsin, but the St. Pepin varietal comes out of Minnesota and is pretty much only grown in the northern United States. St. Pepin was bred by Elmer Swenson and was released in 1986. It is a hybrid of Saval Blanc crossed with Minnesota 78, which is another varietal developed by the University of Minnesota and used extensively by Swenson in his viticultural studies. St. Pepin has been likened to Riesling in flavor, and the winery describes this one as floral with fruity peach and apricot flavors to it. To me, it already sounds amazing, paired with a beautiful picnicky charcuterie board. Balanced Rock Winery is located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, as founders Matt and Kristen Bogner fell in love with the Driftless area. And who wouldn't really? They currently have a 600 square foot wine production facility and tasting room, and have 7 acres of land ready for local varietals such as St. Pepin, Brianna, Frontenac, and Marquette. We visited recently, actually, and discovered that they also have a very small driving range? I obviously know a lot about golf. They also have a small driving range directly connected with the winery, where you can order some wine, perhaps order some beer, and take it out to the driving range with you. Super fun, right? So let's give her a pop. Ooh, that was a little pop, but it popped. Smells sweet and fruity. As we can see from the bottle, it is pretty yellow in color. I think I forgot to say this wine sits at 11.7%. Wow, this smells very fruity. It smells like decadent fruits coated in honey. but in like the best way possible. Like if you think of a Greek god, like Dionysus or something, eating fruit, it would be those fruits with like dipped in honey. Oh, wow, that's lighter than I thought it was gonna be, given the aroma. Okay, so it smells like fruits dipped in honey, but it really only tastes like the fruits. That is delicious. Oh wow, that is going to be a wonderful picnic wine. Surprise, surprise, the winery nailed it. There's definitely some floral tastes in there, but not a lot. I think just enough to balance out the fruit that is really dominant and heavy on the palate. It really tastes like peaches to me, but not like candied peaches or honey dipped peaches. Just like that perfectly sweet peach that have the juices dribbling down your chin in the summer. That's what this is. And while I believe this is a semi-sweet wine, it really is not cloying on the palate, which I'm sometimes afraid of when it comes to Wisconsin whites. I would not say this is dry, but I would say this is crisp. So it is a slightly sweeter, crisp white wine that is packed full of fruity flavor. I would be really happy to share this wine with someone who has not had a Wisconsin or Midwest varietal before. I think it would really surprise them. Pick this up for your next picnic. And if you don't have a picnic plan, pick it up so then you have to have a picnic. But Molly, you say, I can't wear my swimsuit at a picnic. What's a gal to do? Don't worry, I gotcha. This month's spirit is a little different because let's be honest, it's kind of hard to lug around a bottle of brandy out on the lake or down Tubin, and you really shouldn't be bringing glass along to water activities anyways. Thus, I offer the solution of an old-fashioned in a can. This is the Damn Good Brandy Old Fashioned by Drink Wisconsibly Beverage Company. I've seen more and more of these ready-made cocktails come up on the market recently, and honestly, I'm here for it. I think it's an inclusive way for non-beer drinkers to also have their drink of choice out on the lake as well. This is made with Drink Wisconsibli's own brandy and sits at 7% ABV, which I laughed at a little bit because it's actually lower in alcohol than our beer choice this month. They do make a note that cheese curds are not included, so be aware of that, folks. Beyond that, there's not a lot of flavor descriptions, so let's crack her and see what she tastes like. Oh, nice crack. Well, right off the top, it smells like bitters and sugar, so cheers. Well, there, that's a damn good old-fashioned, I do say. Have 2 3 of those and be on your booty. I don't know what to say. It tastes like an old-fashioned. Pour that over ice, add a garnish of a cherry, and you have got yourself a good time. But I also honestly love that it's in can form. You can take her on the lake, you can take her tubing down the creek, whatever you're doing, you've got a ready cocktail for you. Well, it doesn't say this on the can. I would qualify this as a sweet brandy old fashioned. It definitely has a little bit more sugar to it, but man, you could drink a couple of these. Drink Wisconsibly was founded in 2013 when founder Richard Lorbach heard the end disclaimer of an alcohol commercial a little bit differently than the organization intended it to be heard. It started with a t-shirt design that was immediately popular. From there, it's grown into a full-blown lifestyle brand, which includes apparel, brandy, canned cocktails, a bar in downtown Milwaukee, gift shops, and goods galore. They do make a point to say that none of their success would be possible without the fun-loving people from Wisconsin. Cheers to that. Well, I suppose that's it for us down here in the Midwest basement. So, whether you're having 2 treat around the campfire, tubing down the creek, or having a nice classy picnic, have a great summer, my friends. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss a taste, and we'll see you in August. Cheers.